All right, get this. This deep dive is about unlocking your inner genius.
Ooh, inner genius. I like where this is going.
You know we love a good challenge, right?
Absolutely. Bring it on.
So you sent us some seriously cool stuff this time.
Yeah, what have we got? Lay it on me.
Excerpts from a book all about, well, lifelong genius. The title kind of gives it away.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
And a motivational audiobooks.
Ooh, motivational. Nice.
But there's a twist. It features this mysterious expert they call the spellbinder.
Ooh, the spellbinder. Very mysterious.
Right, like something out of a movie.
Sounds right up our alley.
100%. And the audiobook jumps right into the action. Starts with this entrepreneur.
Okay, setting the scene. I like it.
Yeah, so she's facing a crisis.
Yeah.
Like a total betrayal rocks her world.
Oof, I feel that. Betrayal hits hard.
Right. So, feeling totally lost, hopeless, the whole 9 yards, she decides, you know what? I'm going to one of the Spellbinders seminars.
Makes sense. Got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly. Hoping for a miracle, maybe.
Ah, the classic hero's journey. We love to see it. So what happens at the seminar? Is that where this 5 a.m. club comes in?
You got it. They're all about maximizing potential by starting each day at 5 a.m. with this super structured routine.
5 a.m. Ouch.
Right. I mean, could you imagine?
I can barely make it out of bed by 7.
Me neither. But think about it. Imagine what you could achieve if you were already up, crushing your goals, before most people even think about hitting snooze.
Okay, you've got a point there. There's something to be said for winning the morning.
Right. But hold on, it gets even wilder.
Wilder. Okay, you've got my attention.
So at this seminar, the entrepreneur meets someone, and get this, a homeless man.
A homeless man. Okay, that took a turn. I wasn't expecting that.
Right. But here's the thing. He claims to be this successful businessman, super devoted student of the Spellbinder.
Hold up. A homeless man who's a devoted follower of a personal development guru. Now, that's a plot twist.
I know, right? And it gets better. He offers to fly her and another person from the seminar, an artist, to Mauritius for, like, personalized mentorship.
Wait, hold on. Back up. A homeless man is offering private flights to Mauritius. This is getting good.
Right. Like, what's his angle?
Seriously, what's with this guy? I'm invested now. This homeless man clearly understands that true wealth isn't about material possessions. It's about something deeper.
100%. And you know me, I can't resist a good mystery. Who West this guy?
The suspense is killing me. But hey, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's not forget about that book you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, good point. It outlines 10 tactics for, like, unlocking your inner genius.
10 tactics. That's a lot to unpack.
Right. I'm super curious to hear your take on them.
Me too. It seems like we've got a lot to dive into here. The 5 a.m. club, a potentially not-so-homeless billionaire mentor, and 10 genius-level tactics. This deep dive is jam-packed.
It's like a treasure map, right? Leading to a more successful and fulfilling life.
I'm in. Let's unlock that treasure.
Okay, so picture this Mauritius, right?
Yeah.
They arrive at this luxurious oceanfront property, palm trees, turquoise water, the works.
Sounds pretty idyllic, not gonna lie.
I know, right? And then the homeless man drops a bombshell.
Hit me with it.
He's not actually homeless. He just chooses to live simply. Can you believe it?
Wow, talk about walking the walk. This guy's not just talking about personal growth. He's living it. You don't need a mansion to live a rich and meaningful life.
Right. It's about so much more than that.
Absolutely. Though, let's be real, a little luxury every now and then doesn't hurt.
True. Especially when you're jetting off to mentor people in Mauritius.
Okay, you got me there. So what's next? I'm guessing this is where the real mentorship begins.
You got it. This is where he introduces them to the core of the 5 a.m. method. The 20-20-20 formula.
The 20-20-20 formula. Sounds intriguing, but a little confusing.
He claims if you dedicate just the first hour of your day from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. to this formula, it can, unlock incredible potential.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm always up for a good productivity hack.
Right. So imagine this 5 a.m. rolls around, your alarm goes off.
Don't remind.
Instead of hitting snooze, you dive right into 20 minutes of intense physical activity.
Wait, 5 a.m. workout? That's a no for me.
I hear you, but he calls this the move pocket. It's like the first part of the 20-20-20.
Okay, I'm curious, but I'm not setting my alarm for 5 just yet. So what's the rationale behind this early morning workout?
Well, he's a huge believer that exercise isn't just for your body. It's like a superpower for your brain.
I'm all ears. I'm always up for a good brain boost.
Right. So, increased blood flow, reduces those pesky cortisol levels.
Recorded the stress hormone. Getting rid of that sounds like a win already.
Exactly. Helps you start the day calmer, more focused.
Okay, I see where he's going with this. So it's not just about getting sweaty, it's about priming your mind for the day ahead.
You got it.
Yeah.
And there's more. Exercise releases dopamine and serotonin too.
The feel-good chemicals. Yes, please.
Right. Boosts your mood, your motivation, the whole package.
Okay, I'm starting to come around to this whole 5 a.m. thing. It's like a science-backed way to win the day.
It really is. And here's the kicker. He really emphasizes this, stimulating BDNF production.
BDNF. Now refresh my memory. What exactly is that again?
BDNF.
That.
Oh, it stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor.
Yeah.
But you can just think of it as like miracle grow for your brain.
Miracle grow for the brain. Now that's my kind of language. Tell me more.
It's this protein that helps your brain grow, make new connections, all that good stuff.
So it's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about long-term brain health and cognitive function.
Exactly. It's like investing in your future self.
I like the way he thinks.
See, I'm already feeling more energized just talking about it.
I can tell. Okay, so we've moved our bodies. We've got that BDNF flowing. What's next on this 20-20-20 agenda?
So from 5:20 to 5:40 a.m., you switch gears completely. This is the reflect pocket.
Reflect. Okay, I'm intrigued. What does that involve? More burpees.
Definitely not more burpees. This is all about stillness, self-reflection, just being present.
20 minutes of pure quiet time in today's world. That almost sounds rebellious.
It kind of is. It's like hitting the pause button on the chaos of daily life and giving yourself permission to just be.
I can see how that would be incredibly valuable. In a world that's constantly demanding our attention, creating that space for stillness is so important. I bet he talks about the science behind this too, right?
Oh, absolutely. He compares this time to like the creative processes of some of the greatest artists, writers, musicians, you name it.
That makes sense. So many brilliant minds have sworn by solitude and reflection as a way to tap into their creativity and insights.
Exactly. Think about it. How many times have you just been like going for a walk, taking a shower, and bam, inspiration strikes?
All the time. It's
Yeah.
like our best ideas come to us when we least expect it, when we give our minds permission to wander.
Exactly. And that's what this reflect pocket is all about. Quieting the noise of the outside world so you can tap into your own inner wisdom.
This is resonating with me on a deep level. Okay, I'm ready for the final 20 minutes of this formula. What's the last pocket all about? Okay, so we've moved our bodies, we've reflected. Now it's time for the final 20 minutes of this 20-20-20 formula, right?
You know it. From 5:04 to 6:10 a.m., it's all about the grow pocket.
Grow. I like the sound of that. What are we growing?
This is where you focus on expanding your knowledge, your skills, basically leveling up your game.
Okay, I'm all in on leveling up. So what does that look like in practice?
Think reading, listening to podcasts.
Ooh, podcasts. A little self-promotion never hurts.
Exactly. Or audiobooks, online courses, anything that helps you learn and grow, really.
I love it. It's like that saying, the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. Maybe a little dramatic, but you get the point.
Right. The world's changing so fast, we got to keep up.
Absolutely. Continuous learning, adaptation, it's non-negotiable if you want to thrive in today's world.
100%.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The billionaire, he's not just about the morning routine. He emphasizes that to achieve like extraordinary results, you need this other thing, granularity.
Granularity. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm not sure I've heard that one before. What's the deal with granularity?
Yeah, it threw me off at first too. But he explains it as basically sweating the small stuff.
Sweating the small stuff. Isn't that supposed to be a bad thing?
Not in this case. It's about paying attention to the tiniest details in everything you do. Because, he says, those details, they add up to extraordinary results.
Interesting. It's like that saying, the devil's in the details, but in this case, it's the angel of extraordinary results.
Right, and he gives these amazing examples like Formula One racing.
Okay, I can see where he's going with this. Those teams obsess over every little thing.
Exactly. Every millimeter of the car, every second of the pit stop.
Yeah.
It's all about those tiny margins of improvement.
And it clearly pays off. They're pushing the limits of what's possible in that sport.
Right. Or think about, like, the Taj Mahal, this breathtaking masterpiece, took over 20 years to build.
Wow, 20 years? That's commitment to a vision.
Right. And all because of the meticulous attention to detail.
It makes you think about what we could achieve if we brought that same level of intention to our own lives.
100%. So we've got granularity. And then on top of that, he introduces this concept of the 4 interior empires.
4 interior empires. Okay, I'm loving these names. This billionaire is a branding genius.
Right. So basically he says to unlock your full potential, you've got to cultivate these 4 empires within yourself. Mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set.
I love how this framework encourages us to think about success holistically.
Exactly. It's not just about, like, crushing it in your career. It's about nurturing all aspects of yourself.
Absolutely. It's about creating a life that feels balanced, fulfilling, and aligned with your values. So, what does a strong heart set look like in practice? We talk a lot about mindset, but heart set feels different.
Right. Like, what comes to mind when you hear heart set?
To me, it's about cultivating positive emotions, gratitude, joy. Love those heart-centered feelings.
Love that. So nurturing your relationships, surrounding yourself with people who light you up.
Exactly. It's about living with an open heart, approaching life with compassion and understanding.
Beautiful. And it seems like the perfect segue to our next topic, the 66-day habit installation process.
66 days, is that how long it takes to form a new habit? Tell me more.
That's what the billionaire claims. He says that's roughly how long your brain needs to fully adopt a new habit. And, let's be real, 66 days is a long time.
He's not wrong. It's not always easy to stick with something new for that long. There are going to be setbacks, challenges, temptations to give up.
100%. It's about embracing that messy middle, remembering your why, and just keep going, even when it gets tough.
It's about having that long-term vision, that commitment to becoming the best version of yourself, even when it's uncomfortable.
You got it. And the billionaire, he gives them some super practical strategies for overcoming those inevitable challenges.
Okay, I'm all ears. What kind of strategies are we talking about? Because we could all use a little help in the habit-forming department.
Well, on top of the 20-20-20 formula, he gifts them with 10 more tactics for, like, amplifying their success, living extraordinary lives.
10 more. This billionaire is full of wisdom. Lay it on me. What's the first one?
Okay, this first one is a game changer. He calls it the tight bubble of total focus.
The tight bubble of total focus. I like it. It sounds intense. What does it involve? Sensory deprivation.
Not quite sensory deprivation, but close. It's all about creating a distraction-free environment for deep work.
So no scrolling through social media every 5 seconds?
Definitely not. Think turning off notifications, silencing your phone, maybe even locking yourself in a room with nothing but your work.
Basically, creating those conditions where your brain can actually focus without constantly getting pulled in a million different directions.
Exactly. He tells them to find a dedicated workspace, free from any distractions.
Makes sense. Out of sight, out of mind, right? So what's next on this list of genius tactics?
Okay, so once you've got your tight bubble set up, he suggests implementing the 9-0-9-1 rule.
A 9-0-9-1 rule. Okay, you're going to have to break that one down for me.
So it's simple but powerful. For the first 90 minutes of your workday, you focus on your most important task, your MIT, and you do this for 91 days straight.
91 days? That's a commitment. But I can see how powerful that would be dedicating that initial chunk of time when your energy and willpower are at their peak.
Right. He says it builds momentum and sets the tone for the entire day.
It's like that saying, eat the frog first, get the hardest thing out of the way, and the rest of the day feels like a breeze.
I love that analogy. Okay, ready for tactic number 3.
Hit me with it.
This one's all about energy management. It's called the 60-10 method.
The 60-10 method. I'm intrigued. Is this about coffee breaks? Because if so, I'm already on board.
Not exactly coffee breaks, but kind of. It's about alternating between 60-minute work sprints and 10-minute recovery periods.
That makes a lot of sense. Our brains aren't designed to focus for hours on end. We need those regular breaks to rest and recharge.
You got it. And he's not talking about, like, scrolling through your phone during those breaks. He suggests going for a walk, meditating, listening to music, even reading a book that will further your personal or professional development.
It's like hitting the reset button on your brain and body.
Exactly. And then, when you come back to your work, you're refreshed, re-energized, ready to tackle the next challenge.
This is gold. Okay, what's next on this list of genius-level tactics?
All right, this next one is all about celebrating your wins, no matter how small they might seem. The Daily 5 concept.
The Daily 5 concept? Sounds intriguing, but also a little bit kindergarten.
Don't let the name thrill you. It's actually pretty powerful. So each day, you set 5 tiny, achievable goals for yourself.
5 tiny goals. That doesn't sound too intimidating.
Exactly. And the key is, every time you hit one of those goals, you celebrate it, acknowledge your progress, even if it feels insignificant.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this works. It's about building momentum, creating a sense of accomplishment that propels you forward, even when the going gets tough.
Exactly. It's like giving yourself a high five every time you check something off your list.
I love that. We could all use a few more high fives in our lives, right? Okay, I'm ready for the next tactic. What's number 5 all about?
This one's a bit more introspective. It's about mastering your story, the narrative you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of.
It's like we're constantly writing the story of our lives with our thoughts, and then those thoughts, they shape our actions and then our results.
Exactly. So it's not just about thinking positive. It's about like rewriting those limiting beliefs, those negative self-talk loops, and replacing them with empowering ones.
It's about deciding who you want to be, believing in your own potential, and then like going out there and making it happen.
100%. And you know the billionaire has a tactic for that too, right?
Oh, I bet he does. This guy's got a tactic for everything.
Right. So this one is called the second wind workout.
The second wind workout. Okay, I'm intrigued, but also a little tired just hearing those words.
I hear you. I hear you. So this is all about squeezing in a second workout later in the day.
Wait, a second workout? Didn't we already do our 5 a.m. workout?
Right. But he says, and this might sound kind of counterintuitive, that a second workout can actually boost your energy.
Really? I feel like I'd just collapse.
I know it sounds crazy, but he explains that it can like sharpen your focus, even improve your sleep.
Interesting. It's like hacking your body's natural rhythms or something.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm willing to give it a try, but only if you're my workout buddy.
Deal. Okay, tactic number 7. Ready for this? This one is all about building your dream team.
Dream team. Okay, now we're talking my language. So is this about like finding your people, those who support your vision?
Exactly. Surrounding yourself with talented, supportive people who will like elevate your game.
Because success is rarely a solo endeavor, right? It's about collaboration, synergy, leveraging the strengths of those around you.
100%. And the billionaire, he really emphasizes this. He says, like, success is a team sport.
Love that analogy. It's like you don't see a basketball team winning a championship with just one player, right?
Right. It's about finding your tribe, those people who get you, who believe in your vision, and who will be there to celebrate your wins and support you through the challenges.
And to challenge you to grow, too, right? Sometimes we need those people in our lives who aren't afraid to tell us the truth, even when it's hard to hear.
Oh, absolutely. Those people are invaluable.
Mm?
Okay, tactic number 8. Are you ready for this?
Bring it on. I'm feeling inspired.
This one's all about prioritizing your heart set. Remember we talked about that?
Oh, yeah, heart set. I love this one. It's about nurturing those positive emotions, right? Gratitude, joy, love, all that good stuff.
You got it. He really encourages them, the entrepreneur, the artist, to schedule time for activities that bring them joy, nurture their relationships, foster a sense of gratitude.
It's about recognizing that true success encompasses all areas of life, not just our careers or bank accounts.
100%. It's about creating a life that feels like balanced, fulfilling, aligned with your values.
It's about prioritizing those things that bring you joy, make you feel alive.
Yes. And it's not just about scheduling those activities. It's about being fully present when you're engaging in them, you know?
Being present. Okay, that's a challenge in today's world. With our phones always buzzing, notifications popping up left and right, it's so easy to get distracted.
Totally. He even suggests, like, leaving your phone in another room to resist that constant temptation to check it.
It's about creating those sacred, tech-free spaces where you can fully immerse yourself in the present moment, connect with loved ones, or simply enjoy the beauty of life without distractions.
I love that. Okay, 2 more tactics to go. Number 9. This one is called the weekly design system.
The weekly design system sounds pretty structured. What's that all about?
So this one is all about, like, taking control of your time, maximizing your productivity by planning your week in advance.
Okay, I'm a big fan of planning. I'm all about that proactive approach.
Right. So he suggests, like, setting aside some time each Sunday just to, create a blueprint for the week ahead.
That makes a lot of sense. When we approach our week with intention, rather than just reacting to whatever comes our way, we're so much more likely to make progress on our goals.
Exactly. It's like you become the architect of your own life.
I love that. Designing a life you love, not just one you're surviving.
Okay, last but not least, tactic number 10.
Drumroll, please.
This one is near and dear to my heart. He calls it the 60-minute student.
The 60-minute student. Okay, I'm sensing a theme here with this billionaire. He's all about continuous learning.
You got it. He encourages them, the entrepreneur, the artist, to dedicate at least 60 minutes each day to learning something new.
I love how he emphasizes the importance of staying curious, expanding your knowledge base, and just nurturing a love of learning for the pure joy of it.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be anything formal. It could be reading a book, listening to a podcast.
Watching a documentary, taking an online course.
Exactly. The point is just to never stop learning, never stop growing.
Okay, I'm inspired. But I have a feeling their journey isn't over yet. Are we done with the audiobook, or do they go on another adventure?
We're not done yet. Buckle up, because next stop, Rome.
Rome. Now we're typing the Dolce Vita. Sipping cappuccinos, throwing coins in the Trevi fountain, what's not to love?
Right. But for the billionaire, it's not just about sightseeing, you know.
Mm?
He explains that immersing yourself in new cultures, new experiences, it can, like, spark creativity, inspire fresh perspectives.
It's like hitting the refresh button on your mind and spirit, right? You step outside of your comfort zone, your everyday routine, and suddenly you're seeing the world with fresh eyes.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Their Roman adventure takes kind of a somber turn. The billionaire, he collapses on the Spanish Steps.
Oh no! What happened?
It turns out he has a terminal illness, and he doesn't have much time left.
Wow, that came out of nowhere. It's a good reminder that life is precious, you know? We never know how much time we have.
Right. And here's the thing. The entrepreneur and the artist, they're obviously devastated. But the billionaire, instead of, falling apart, he becomes even more determined to share his wisdom with them while he still can.
That's powerful. He's choosing to focus on what he can control, his legacy, his impact on their lives, rather than dwelling on the things he can't.
Exactly. And you're not going to believe this. He even arranges for them to get married.
He's like their fairy godfather. Wait, so they're getting married? That escalated quickly. Where are they even going to have their honeymoon?
He gives them a penthouse suite in Sao Paulo.
Of course he does. This billionaire does nothing small. What a way to celebrate their love and his last days, surrounded by the people he cares about most.
And it's a bittersweet joy, because in those final days, he shares the last chapters of his life lessons.
What a gift to give, though, to impart those final pearls of wisdom, those reflections on a life well lived.
And after their whirlwind honeymoon, he takes them on one last adventure.
One last adventure. Where to this time?
A tranquil vineyard in South Africa.
A vineyard in South Africa. This billionaire has great taste. I can picture it now. Vast vineyards, rolling hills, a sense of peace and tranquility.
And it's in this serene setting that he reveals his 11 personal maxims for creating a life of, abundance, joy, and meaning.
The 11 maxims for a life of magic. Okay, I'm taking notes. What are some of these maxims?
Well, one that really resonated with me, he says, to create magic in the world, own the magic within yourself.
That's beautiful. It's about recognizing your own power, your unique gifts and talents, and then, having the courage to share them with the world.
Exactly. And another one, this one's powerful, failure inflates fearlessness.
Failure inflates fearlessness. Okay, I love that. It reminds me of that quote, "The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried." It's about embracing the journey, bumps and all, and recognizing that those bumps often lead us to our greatest triumphs.
Exactly. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about how you choose to respond to it.
It's about reframing failure as a stepping stone, an opportunity for growth.
100%.
Okay, I need to hear more of these maxims. What else does he share?
Well, their South African adventure isn't over yet. The billionaire, he has one more powerful experience in store for them. A visit to Robin Island.
Robin Island. The prison where Nelson Mandela was held captive. Wow, that's a heavy but incredibly powerful place to visit.
Right. It's like a symbol of resilience, hope, the indomitable human spirit.
I can only imagine the impact this visit must have had on them. To stand in that space, to feel the weight of history, it must have been incredibly moving.
It was. And here's the thing. As they're touring the prison, they encountered the spellbinder.
Wait, the spellbinder? What's he doing there? I thought he was just a figment of the audiobook.
Right. It turns out he's working as a tour guide on the island.
No way. This is too good to be true. It's like this story has come full circle.
I know, right? And he shares his own experiences. He was a political prisoner himself.
Wow, this just adds such a profound layer to the story. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of places, hope and transformation can flourish.
Exactly. And then, in a final reveal, the spellbinder admits that he orchestrated their entire journey.
He orchestrated everything this whole time. He was the mastermind behind the scenes, pulling the strings.
It's like he knew they needed to learn from someone who has successfully applied his teachings and to witness firsthand, the transformative power of the 5 a.m. method, the granularity, the whole deal.
Wow, that's incredible. He was like a mentor on a whole other level, working behind the scenes to guide them toward their own greatness.
Right. He understood that sometimes the most powerful lessons are the ones we learn through experience, not just from reading a book or listening to someone talk about it.
Absolutely. And he chose the perfect person to guide them, someone who had lived through incredible hardship, who had faced their own mortality, and who had emerged from those experiences with wisdom, grace, and an unwavering commitment to living a life of purpose and impact.
And with that final reveal, the spellbinder steps back, entrusting the entrepreneur and the artist to carry his teachings forward and to create their own ripples of positive change in the world.
That's a beautiful ending to a truly remarkable journey. But, it makes you think, what happens next? What will the entrepreneur and the artist do with the wisdom they've gained? How will they use it to make a difference in the world?
Right. That's the question we're all left with.
It's like the billionaire and the spellbinder, they gave us this incredible roadmap, this treasure map to unlocking our own potential. But it's up to us to take those first steps, to put those teachings into practice, and to create a life that feels truly magical.
It's an invitation, not a guarantee.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so exciting. We have the power to choose our own adventure, to write our own story. So what will your story be?